Hello, this is Gary Wishon, the disgruntled heathen. One of the many things I have to do at home is paperwork. There's so many numbers that if I don't have something playing on in the background, it would drive me crazy. So one of the windows open is always on interesting stuff like the scathing atheist, the converted man, Dragnet Silvas. And unfortunately, sometimes a recurring thing comes up and pisses me off so much that I want to scream. I scream like an idiot at the computer, which is stupid because no one in the computer is hearing me, and I'm just acting like a complete ass. Lately, oh yeah, by the way, G-Man, go fuck yourself. Lately, uh, some of the things that piss me off is this. Aren't you ashamed to have the same philosophy as Joseph Stalin, Pol Pot, and fuck you fundies? Hitler was a Roman Catholic. He wrote in Mein Kampf that he was doing God's will. It's a damn stupid thing for an atheist to say if he was an atheist. Moving on. Okay. Stalin and communism in general is this. God is the state. The state is God. They were trying to replace religion and God with communism. I don't want anything replaced. I just want a counterbalance to help, at least on some kind of subconscious level, help people realize that fanaticism is bad. You can believe in God, but when your belief beats people into submission, when it cheapens the quality of their life or numbers the days they have left to live, it is wrong and it needs a counterbalance. That's what I think atheism is good for. When we don't provide enough of a counterbalance, shit like Trump happens. Because Franklin Graham said so. Trump got elected by a razor thin majority in the Electoral College. Look what happened because of that. His ineptitude in the face of the pandemic. Studies have shown that 36,000 people died, bare fucking minimum. Bare fucking minimum. I was a primary caregiver for a terminally ill patient. And the thing that still haunts me is when he begged me to kill him. That's what Donald Trump's ineptitude set into motion. A bare minimum of 36,000 people wishing the pain would end. A bare minimum. 36,000 families losing a loved one. And because religious leaders told their followers that Trump is a godly man, he got his presidency. How's that for morality? What we need to do is to wake up to the fact that, say, morality is what the community agrees upon. Don't steal, don't rob, lying's bad, rape is wrong. But those values that community have evolves over time. There was a time, like back in Denmark, during the 1500s, it was an everyday thing. If some husband is angry at his wife, he could sell her into slavery, and that was during the Christian era. There was a time in our own history in which lynchings was just considered a sad thing. People would look the other way and moved on with life. How's that for morality? There's an experiment done by Stanley Milgram. I'll leave a link down below, in which he convinced 65% of the people in the experiment that they murdered somebody. The person they thought they were murdering was in another room. They thought the guy was tied down to a chair with electrodes. And every time he gave a wrong answer over an intercom, they were told to hit a button that gave him electric shock. 65% of the people thought they murdered someone because a guy in a lab coat told them to. That is, unfortunately, the majority of our community. The only time things change is when the 35% that, in this example, that told Stanley Milgram to go fuck himself, that 35% that forcibly over time, sometimes at the cost of their own lives, force the 65% to get that thought in their fucking head that this is wrong. Hating people over fucking skin tone is wrong. Killing somebody is wrong. Because it's just fucking wrong. I can't believe I have to explain that. Looking the other way when cops kill a suspect is wrong. It's the 35% that forces the rest of the community to wake up to that, to shame them into changing their ways, force them to be more moral. We're living through that right now. That's morality in action. As far as enlightenment goes, the only thing I even consider close to being a religion is music. Long live Pink. Goodbye.